The bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, October 4, 2024, is here. In today's episode, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, rejects her new diagnosis. The bold and the beautiful recap highlights. Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, plays therapist with Taylor. Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, gets Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, to doubt Ridge. Also, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Messinswood, discuss TRIDG. B&B recap. Grace Buckingham's diagnosis. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, tells Taylor that it's unlikely she has heart failure. Taylor's test results and numbers look good. Taylor doesn't understand. All the symptoms match. Grace stands by her diagnosis of broken heart syndrome. Taylor says this is ridiculous. Liam is in Steffi's office. Liam asks how it's been having Taylor back in town. Steffi says it's the best. Bill tells Brooke that Katie Logan, Heather Tom, shut him down. Brooke is in disbelief. Bill says Katie hasn't made peace with his bad behavior. Brooke assumes that it's because of her. Liam and Steffi gush about how all Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris McKinley, talks about these days is Taylor. Steffi says that Kelly idolizes her grandmother. Ridge asks if broken heart syndrome is real. Grace says additional tests could confirm the diagnosis, but she's fairly certain. Ridge asks more questions. Grace mentions that Taylor never had any tests in Europe. Grace explains that if the doctor had more information, then they would have ruled out heart failure. Ridge asks Taylor if she's heard of the condition. Taylor confirms it is a real condition, but she denies having it. Taylor tells Grace that she's wrong. The bold and the beautiful recap. Brooke Logan's offer. Brooke apologizes to Bill. She knows how much he cares about Katie. Bill can't take back what they did. Brooke believes in second chances. Brooke offers to talk to Katie for Bill. Liam says Taylor was burning the candle at both ends for a long time. Now, Taylor is on an extended stay. Liam mentions that Taylor gets antsy quickly. Steffi says that something is different this time. Steffi suggests it's something life-changing, but she thinks it's good. Must read the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Steffi ditches promise not to play matchmaker, demands Ridge choose Taylor. B&B spoilers. Ridge Forrester plays therapist. The bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, October 4, reveals that Ridge wants Taylor to hear Grace out. Taylor gets up and heads for the door. Before getting to the door, she says it's not all in her head. Grace stands up and says that's not what she's suggesting. Grace gives Taylor the medical term for the condition and explains it's stress after an emotional event. Taylor listens to this and nervously brushes her fingers through her hair. Grace reminds Taylor that this condition can impact the entire body, and its symptoms are very real. Then Grace tells Taylor that broken heart syndrome presents itself like a heart attack. Grace adds that many providers misdiagnose it. Taylor counters that many times, broken heart syndrome isn't a true diagnosis. Grace says that's not accurate. Every day they are learning more about it. Grace fires off some of the latest discoveries about broken heart syndrome. Ridge listens intently as Taylor quietly takes it all in. Ridge asks about the symptoms of broken heart syndrome, and Grace lists them. Taylor looks like she's ready to bolt. Ridge is relieved it's not fatal. However, Grace cautions that blood clots are a complication and could impact Taylor's health later on. Grace gives Taylor some hope by saying if she follows protocol, she can make a fast and smooth recovery. Ridge finds this all very encouraging, but Taylor looks unsure. Taylor doesn't think this is correct and denies having broken heart syndrome. Taylor calls the diagnosis a joke and storms out. Steffi tells Liam there's another reason why Taylor's here. Liam assumes Ridge. Steffi tells Liam she's too old to be playing matchmaker, but it's frustrating when she knows Ridge is picking the wrong person. Must read B&B spoilers. Taylor inspired to fight. Ridge makes his feelings known. Steffi predicts her parents will get back together one day. Liam gently reminds Steffi that Ridge and Brooke are together. Bill changes the subject to Brooke. Bill brings up Brooke shacking up with Ridge. Brooke says they are happy. Bill questions why Bridgie hasn't married yet. Brooke reminds Bill that they've already gotten married so many times before. Brooke says they don't need a piece of paper to prove they love each other. Bill questions if that is the real reason. Bill brings up Taylor. Taylor goes back to Steffi's house with Ridge. Taylor and Ridge debate about the diagnosis. Ridge thinks the European doctor was wrong. Ridge says Grace is one of the best cardiologists in the country. Taylor agrees, which is why she's so confused. It's logical to Ridge. Taylor says she's not sad or depressed. Taylor says she's not weak or foolish. Ridge goes down the list of Taylor's symptoms. Ridge says it's real and fixable, but only if Taylor takes it seriously. Taylor refuses to accept the diagnosis and continues ranting. Ridge reminds Taylor of something she said years ago: the mind and body are connected. Must read the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Will hope be manipulated by Sheila? The bold and the beautiful recap. Friday, October 4, 2024. Steffi says Taylor is the strongest person she knows. Steffi brings up how Taylor cares for people. Liam agrees, but adds Taylor sometimes does it at the expense of her own happiness. Steffi thinks Taylor is going through an awakening. Steffi says Taylor deserves to have it all. Liam wonders if this includes Ridge. Bill reminds Brooke that she technically has no commitment with Ridge. Brooke and Bill continue playing mind games. Bill predicts that Ridge and Taylor could reconnect. Bill thinks Ridge and Taylor are together right now. Taylor continues challenging the diagnosis. Ridge doesn't understand. Before, Taylor thought she was dying. With this new diagnosis, she gets to live. Ridge thinks Taylor doesn't want to accept the emotional trauma associated with this condition. Taylor thinks Ridge has a massive ego and tells him so. Ridge brings up that ever since then, Taylor's been on the run. Now Taylor needs to stop and face this. Taylor orders Ridge not to tell a soul about this. Taylor asks how she got there. Ridge holds Taylor's hands and says she's not there alone. He's right there with her, always. They embrace. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next.